for the 7th house, which is Cancer rising. This has to do with sloughing off a new relationship style that makes you trust in your intuition more than your environment. So the 7th house does have to do with one-on-one partnerships. But the first partnership you should always have is the one that you create with yourself and the divine. So letting that be the basis for all of your relationships will help you to develop trust in divine guidance rather than trusting in other people to do or perform or to say something that you really are expecting them to do, be, or say. And the more that you trust in the divine, in that relationship that you have with the divine, there won't be such a need for you to lean on other people to come through for you. You'll be able to recognize that, you know, things happen and change for a reason, and you're going to choose to put your trust in what you can control versus trying to control other people in the situation. So I'm going to use the Shaman deck, the Thoth deck, and the Crystal Activation for an oracle read. But let's get into it. Becoming consciously aware, 7th house, of where we need to release control in one-on-one partnerships. Okay, so what divine message do we have for 7th house, Sun, Capricorn transit? What message do we have for Sun and Capricorn transit, 7th house? Okay, so I know I was missing something, but I couldn't remember what it was. Okay, so this will be where the new moon will take place. So the new moon is you starting to recognize where in your relationship where you need to release the control, and then the full moon in Cancer will happen in your 1st house, because this is a transit of your 7th house. So when you have the full moon in Cancer in your 1st house, your physical body may go through a significant change based on the amount of trust that you chose to have in a situation versus you feeling like you have to physically control something or somebody in order for you to feel secure within yourself. So if you don't have a lot of security in like your job or the relationship you have in your job right now, if it's time for you to split from that place, it's because there's something better and that you actually want probably to, that is being manifested. And if you don't allow the release of that job or position in order for you to move into something that will be better for you physically, or it's even, you know, aesthetically, then you're gonna suffer the consequences of holding on to something you need to let go of. I didn't want to say suffer, but when you don't release, you know, from the tongs of life, that which no longer serves you, it will cause you to feed into the devilish energy that is basically just a fruition of your doubts and fears. So, and those are still present even if you do choose to separate from one situation and move into another. You'll still have the, you know, negative thoughts or whatever, because for each positive there is a negative. But you want to look at it as a holistic picture that, you know, you can focus on the negative or you can focus on the positive. So choose to focus on the positive to help raise the physical vibration of your body, because you will be in a spiritual state where you're already vibrating high and your body is going to match. So this can also cause awakening symptoms to manifest as well. Okay, so let's get into your message, Cancer energy, or 7th house Cancer. Okay, So we got the 9 of stones, which is like the 9 of cups. We got the sun card. Definitely something that's going to be worth it. Something that's going to bring some joy and happiness. They're dancing in the sunlight, and the eagle is here, meaning a pinnacle is being reached, a peak is being reached, as you can see. And then you got your card, Cancer, Chariot. So you got the sun and the moon energy here with Pisces, Jupiter, Pisces. And at the bottom we have the Hermit. So yeah, you will be distancing yourself from a certain relationship for a reason, whether you willingly do this or the universe helps push you by elevating you out of the situation. But it's a good thing. With the sun card being here, it is a good thing to experience this change so you can move forward in your life. You're moving somewhere. You may be moving locations physically, moving from one place to another, or your job could have you going from working in office to working at home, or you could just be able to completely leave your physical work environment and start something on your own that you've always wanted to do, and it starts to take off, or it's already started taking off, and now you're gonna, catch the wave and just go along with that. Okay, but there's definitely a change here. You're feeling more inspired to go after the things that you really want, because the old way of doing things, you have taken the time to be alone to assess that, things are this way for a reason, so I should just accept it. And once you accept that and surrender to what's actually going on, it enables the relief, the blessing, or blessing to come through, and you move forward. So let's look at this 9 of stones. Why is this here? We got the Hierophant. So there's definitely a lesson being learned, a spiritual lesson. When Jupiter goes into Pisces, you're going to start to get on the ball of what it is that you've been wanting to do and work on, that you've been putting off. Capricorn season is about putting in work, putting in effort, staying disciplined, getting your focus together, because you want to manifest something specifically. And the only way you can manifest that is by surrendering to what it will look like in exchange for keeping your focus and doing everything you physically can to bring it in. That means clearing out things that no longer serve you, as well as keeping yourself in it. I feel like mostly thing for you, 7th house sun transit, is that you need to keep your emotions in alignment with what you want, and not let the fear of it, you not physically seeing it yet the way that you want it to be in the future, knock you off your square. You will be learning lessons about staying in your vortex, your staying in alignment, staying in the energy or the vibration of enlightenment. Or if you're looking to start a business, it will take time for it to grow, but you want to stay in the energy of it already being a success. It's already a success because you started it, you've initiated something. This is the night of this is about initiation, you being ready to take on something. And the Hierophant is the priest, the Pope. So you're being spiritually guided to be in this energy so you can help you release the hold that you have on your physical reality. Let's look at this sun. The sun here. Ooh. The Chariot came out again. With the 6 of Wands. So more fire, sun energy, and moon energy. So you will be victorious with this change and this move that you have going forward. There is an institution. I feel like you're asking an institution or something traditional. You're requesting some traditions. You're requesting from someone who is a traditionalist, or maybe a traditional way of doing something you're elevating out of. You may be requesting help with something and you get what you want. Or if you don't get what you think you physically deserve or want, you end up getting something that was meant for you to happen to free your space, pull you away from this over attachment that you may have, so you can start a new chapter with the universe card here. And you started a new relationship with that person, because now you are being pulled away from having so much control over the situation. It may take a minute for you to adjust to seeing how much of a blessing it actually is, that you don't have full and complete control over everything that you did before. So let's look at the Chariot ones here. We got the Moon card with the Ace of Cups at the bottom. So there's definitely going to be something very emotionally fulfilling taking place. We got the 9 with the Ace. It's 10 Cups. So you definitely have an opportunity to have everything you want. It's just about, are you willing to allow yourself to have it, or are you going to stop yourself from receiving it because of doubt that it'll actually be what you want? Because sometimes we ask for things, and what it is that we're asking for may not be what we truly want, or it may not be what's divinely best for us, and we just have to make do with what's being given to us so we can see that there's a better way. I feel like that you're being expanded to see that there's a better way for you to handle situations that were traditional for other people to do, but you have to start your own tradition. You have to do things differently in your life and be consistent with that, because it's what is going to work out best for you. Okay? And it will include you moving away from some people, but it will most definitely benefit you in the long run, because we're talking about Capricorn. This is long-term success. So we got Ascended Master, Kuan Yin, and Pearl here. Divine Rebel. Inspired by divine grace, I use my heart, wisdom, and free will to create my own rules for how I live. See, I follow the guiding light that reveals my true soul essence. I place my faith and respect in the supreme healing wisdom and protective power of divine love. I embrace the differences and eccentricities within that allow me to live freely and fully as my true self. This inspirational empowerment is essential to recognizing the fulfillment of my authentic life path. So again, this is a time for you to break out of old traditions. This could be you taking a pledge, or making a new commitment with someone that you want to share your life with, or this could be just you choosing that, you know, you're gonna be grateful for all you have now and work with it so that the divine can assist you moving forward to your divine path. So if you don't know what you want to do with the rest of your life, you're about to figure it out with this Jupiter transit. It's going to trine Cancer energy. Pisces and Cancer do trine energies, and you're going to be more in touch with the people who don't mind guiding you and helping you along the way to get to where you want to go. And celebrate each and every moment that you do go through this transition, because you don't know how much success you can actually have moving forward, but emotionally you'll definitely be fulfilled. You may not see things physically, but hold on to the feeling that you want to have. Your end result feeling is that you want to be proud of yourself, you want to be happy, you want to share. Cancer is a homey energy. It is a nurturing energy. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in to this reading for the Sun in Capricorn transit. I'll see you soon. Peace.